Good.
And rare and
The introduction. Yeah. Name and favorite system.
Ano yun? Parang dating ano na, parang dating show.
Name favorite system and the last time you destroyed someone's dream. Destroyed Chen destroyed dreams and games.
it's my aspect. I'm trying to be the street.
Wait, what?
He is not.
This is what we're here for. Alright, so again, welcome everyone. Thank you for dropping by. We are doing first ever girl talk panel featuring two girl gamers which have been in the LGBT community a respectable amount of time.
Thank you.
I would have done more research on it. But take note that I am actually the unofficial moderator of this panel.
And for full disclosure purposes,
And
you
for
are.
full disclosure purposes, I'm the husband of the
Be careful what you ask here.
We went through this.
Be careful what you
He
find
tested
out.
all my questions. I'm not allowed to ask anything that wasn't on his list.
Good job.
Only to her.
Yes, you can understand there are consequences.
I just gave a thought on that. I'm well aware. That was on the back of my mind. The entire time. Okay, so first off, I guess definitely we start off with introductions. You could both give us a quick introduction on who you guys are, how you guys are doing.
My name is Ted. My favorite system is the base system.
What?
It's more-
What? Not exalted?
I thought it was my first game.
I'm not the favorite.
But not the favorite. Because face doesn't it's a really good and it's more narrative. Yeah, I started gaming.
I did not know this.
I started gaming back in 2005. I was in college.
It sounds like a mistake.
I'm still in college.
I'm young. 2005 is young. We started ABD.
So yeah, that's I've been playing since 2000.
Ignore this.
Ignore
bro.
this.
Ignore the antediluvians here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That'll get off for you. And my second system is, I think I got involved in it gives me a headache. Any system that makes you do homework is not a system I can play. I'm going to be ever strong to have fun with it.
What was your first game? What's this?
Oh, that's interesting because when I got into gaming, it was purely because my friend liked
Okay.
in 2002, my mother was sick. So I was in college, I was with friends, and my friend said, look, guess the Korea, there's this anime con, try running RPGs. And my exposure to RPGs was nothing except video games. And when it's like people thought, wait, I've heard of this. It is like people don't have elves pretending to be elves. Honey, I'm sad, not that sad. And she was just, we were both psyched and she actually just talked to the guy and said, no, it's different, try it out. If you don't like it, I can go to dinner. And if you like it, you can have dinner. So did. So she got me out of the house, got me to try it, and then didn't fall. And they were offering like pre-gen characters that day. And it was all of them were anime themed. So we ran Bubblegum Crisis. Someone ran Escaflowne. And I think the next day Sunday someone ran Marty of Pride that Sunday ran yeah. So at that point I met them and like, okay, these are not just another guys you see in a basement. You get all the stereotypes. So the stereotypes is
system or what system was that?
I don't remember. They had these books.
Probably
So,
Okay.
Yeah, my first exposure to video games was with
Wrong panel.
Wrong panda, sorry. My first exposure was back in 2005. Like I was also depressed, but because I was bullied in college, I didn't have any friends. I only had one best friend. Boyfriend was famous, and since I was a recluse, I loved video games.
Name cast.
She told me, yeah, important ethics. Board game addict. So what happened was, I was a marshal at this convention, sci-fi convention, and she told me, "Say, why don't you try that? Why don't you try to make friends? You like role playing, you like theater, you like games. I think it's gonna be a good fit for you." And that's where I met Jello, and I was scared initially since he had these so many books, and he was an aggressive person.
That's scary.
That was scary, and I'm like, yeah. So I was like, at that time, he was the boyfriend with Timmy, and I'm like, I wanna play a game, but can you please come with me? So we went to Mark's place to play the game because he was running Exalted. Jello was gonna run Exalted. So he was looking for players, and they told him that he's a new player. He was like, okay, fresh meat, come here. So I made my first night cast, and yeah, that's where I started. And in time, yeah, Jello became a lovable, grumpy uncle. Yeah. The thing was, it was really helped was my friend. I asked my friend to make a character with me. So as for my first night cast was a schizophrenic character. So the level-headed one, I'm the one playing the aggressive, crazy bitch, my best friend was playing. So there are triggers for us. Since I wasn't comfortable playing with these guys, they're all guys, by the way. With these guys, they were the only girls. So yeah, that's
Interesting. Very interesting.
So next prepared question. Yeah, thanks for prepared question. You're already juggling child. What was it that you liked the most out of RPG and why?
what did I like the most? It allows you to actually engage people. So one thing I was getting I'm still a loner by nature, and I tend to people who call me very so I don't really get along with at work, and usually sometimes I really need something else. And I need to meet new people because work and then home, taking care of my mom, the doctor, hospital, and then another stuff like I meet new people, and it's great. It gets to a hobby. You actually get to meet people who don't make you feel like you need to know every fashionable thing. Because my friends are either they have only two topics: your boyfriend or what you're wearing. And really, is it really? You want to tell me more about your sex? I don't even want to know this. You have a site to read it. So it's a really great representation of activism who actually enjoy participating in something or doing something that I can change something. Because I was thinking, I can't change anything. I can't change the situation where make the cancer go away. So I'm doing this daily because it actually helps me feel more power. It's me that the same but it's a good thing to feel that you're actually able to. So for me, what I like most about gaming, apart from meeting new people, is the catharsis of role playing. It's all about role playing for me. It's more of you're interacting with other people, with different people all the time as a different person. like, I can't write this shit all by myself. Sometimes after a session you go, yeah, this is so great. I'm so glad I was with you guys. A great story. Yeah, so yeah, definitely right.
Next up, what was your most memorable moment in the night?
Oh, right. That's, you already mentioned that one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
positive memorable.
let's be fair. He may be my husband and my boyfriend at the time, but he still has to ask permission if I'm okay.
He asked permission.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Because for a lot of people, there are some things you will not touch with a 10-foot pole. That could be Celia, or it could be rape.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, some people will not touch, but it's an interesting aspect. So some people ask, are you okay if this happens? But yeah, so there has to be a level of trust, and that's pretty cool. That's one of it. The other incident was probably when I first played Heroes, superhero game. My experience with superheroes first time was not fun. It was long of the day, and all I had to do was shoot things, hope it dies, and wait for the next crisis to come in. So when they decided I was going to run a super, I wasn't really enthusiastic about it, so I pretty much played it like I'm bored, and my friends watching together. And then I did something, I think my character was super model with hair ability. I had like NPCs to do it, to do some, hot butler. Just really thank you for thing. But anyways, you made sure that he actually developed a relationship with the butler. And you killed it by a crazy act. I was like, okay, then that's when you start digging in. And then when you start digging in into the story, it's like, suddenly my character. Yeah. So sometimes like, this is like a podcast. Suddenly I want to get that. And we get the actual player and then just have game of that. Wow. I have two memorable memories. One was when I was playing Saya, I was under Jello. Yeah, a lot of memorable moments happened in Jello. Well, background for those of you who don't know, Jello is really a rules lawyer kind of deal. Like, he will stick to the rules. If it's not in the book, you can't do it. He's like that. So we were playing Sion, and one of our friends created a character that he loosely based on himself. Like, the name was like one letter different from his real name. He also studied in LaSalle at Comar. like that. So that's just what happened. So the setting was we were in the United States and we needed information. And he goes, oh, I'm going to call my good friend Halo. Ring, hello Halo. So we were laughing because we were practically forcing Jello to stay at himself. So the universe imploded. And we were laughing, we were looking at him expectantly, and he had this constipated look on his face. Like that. And he was like, yes. And we were like, woo, success. We made Jello play as himself. And look at the time difference. We called it this time, so you're just waking up. Or it's like 3 a.m. in the morning in the Philippines. So that was memorable. And another memorable thing was last night.
That was sudden.
Last night. It was, we were playing Venture with Mark, Timothy, and Derek, my ex-boyfriend.
Over there.
Name character. We were playing. And I had this character since Timothy had Random Man as a character, as inspiration, and Derek was playing Elizabeth DeWitt from Bioshock as a superhero. We were playing Venture as a superhero game. I was playing One Punch Man. If you're familiar with anime, I was playing One Punch Man. I'm bald. Nobody thinks I'm a hero. They all think I'm a civilian, and nobody really respects me. That's my aspect. I struggle for respect, and I'm an underestimated nice guy. Fame is overrated, and he takes all the credit. That's my aspect, because if I do something epic, Random Man, Timothy, will take all the credit because that's an accident.
farm for pay points. So I was the bruiser of the game, and Mark didn't notice that I was racking face and I was putting consequence on the enemy. And okay, and it was my it was like a one-on-one battle with the enemy with the major enemy. And I'm like, okay, Mark, you have two untagged aspects on your character. I tagged those. And I have this aspect, I have this aspect, I have this aspect. So I have plus 8 unrolled successes. And I had 4 dice to roll. And Mark was like, wait, I continued. I'm like, no, I was gonna one punch you. And Mark was like, no, you punch me. And it's like, oh, that's my confession. I don't die. And I'm the only girl in the group, by the way. So they were all like staring at me like I'm something.
And you loved it.
And I loved it. I loved every single untagged aspect.
Okay, well, at least it was that kind of memorable.
Ladies and gentlemen, chair destroyer.
Okay, next question. Let's get a little bit ahead. What are the challenges that you encountered when pursuing this hobby? Okay, or uniquely from you know,
Alright, what are the challenges? One of them is like introducing the hobby to those who have no background, especially the girls. How do I describe it, the hobby to other people? I describe it mostly as, I can't describe it as we pretend to be elves casting magic in a dungeon stretching loot. What? So if you actually hear that with no context, I hear what it is like, what? You're adults. Why are you pretending to be elves? So that kind of thing is very difficult to swallow for some people. And for those who may have a background of it, they hear somewhere in factory.
Yeah.
So what are the impressions of that? Oh, really played by super smart people. Played by really, really socially awkward people. Again, it's a mix. So it's either intimidating or a little repetitive. And for a girl gamer, those are things that are you take into consideration. As much as I don't like to admit this, but in a society we do have double standards. And unfortunately, tabletop gaming is more dominated by men. That's that's the reality of it. We do have girl gamers, but the number of them isn't going to be equal or more than the number of guys do. So when I introduce a game to like a girl and I have to say, look, I want you to join it. And what are the times like, okay, but is it safe? If they kind of get the most inside. And that's where I talk about when I talk about safe for women in gaming. Safe could be little, but it's affordable, it's friendly, and for many it has to help it. It can't help how. Because if they don't know you, why would they do this? We live in a society where your dad says you can't go out because you're a girl. But when you go to the sun, okay, you can go out, you can go home around midnight. But you girls don't know. So if they find out that this is the greatest way to be, they're not considered safe, they're not going to do it. One thing. The other is when the attitude is bring the game. Because for some, it's not a big deal, but if they note of some like deal breakers, I don't like to do that. And if you hear this a lot, then you have to protect it. Serious expectations. Go get the tactics. To women, how to describe, women as derogatory to someone. Some women can really take it. But if she's with your village, she can take it. What are the chances of them bringing someone else to the game? Just to the house. She's like, yeah, I'm okay with this, but I know some of them take this, so I kind of like this. And that's like the best situation you can get. Because when you look at, oh, great, there's another race girl, so yeah, thanks for another race girl, another time. I'll give you so great. I don't know these people yet, and these are the things I hear. I'm threatened by it. So, you know what? I've got other things to do. I can get and to say. So, that's it thing. Um, that's one of them has sexism. The other could be even other people. Okay. There's this phenomenon, you know, it happens when there's a lot of guys, there's like one or two girls, yeah, that's what they call the two defense. Yeah, you heard this? Yeah. I think probably two is like, again, get back to your so there's one girl's group, she's, when you're girls and guys will be really super nice, and they will always make you affordable, and somehow when you have that benefit, or you want that privilege, and someone comes in, you know, there's just going to be different dynamics. Either make sure that person's not going to get threatened. And there's a lot of ways to do that when you're a girl.
Social combat.
Oh my
Bring.
Yeah, I mean, those things can actually happen. It's kind of disheartening, but it does happen. You know, either we drive away the other girl, or you know, put her in my big group. And for some women, you know, I don't want to deal with this. I had to do this in high school. I don't want to deal with it now. Yeah. So, you know, if you're lucky, you don't get that. If you're unlucky, you do. Eggshell time.
Yeah, very. Very.
Yeah. And there's another one. This more recent. This is especially now with the advent of social media. It makes it very okay. You want to introduce someone to gaming. You don't have to bring the agency to the game or to the whatever you're holding. You can actually bring them to Facebook. Here's a group. Let's talk about this. Usually less threatening. Oh, that's great. But what happens if someone, you know, makes it also a hostile for other girls to go into? Like, perfect example happens in a drop in my lap a few days ago when, regarding this session. The description was not something that, it was, it's not bad, but it's not a big deal. So that someone took offense to it. Someone took offense and brought it to Facebook saying, unicorn! And then the second guy did it had it as Chinese! Now, I didn't know who these people are. I don't know who they play with. I don't know why they're offended. But when I look at it, this kind of reaction, one of the things comes to my mind. Are they mad that we were holding this talk? Because they're girls and we're doing this talk to other than in what racist comment? Is that a call out to my husband? Or to my husband who's holding this talk? You know, those are this kind of thing. I just think myself, maybe I'm just overreacting. So I actually showed this to another friend of mine who is a gamer. She's a new gamer, and she took a look at it, and she was aware that people were going to hold this off, and she was surprised. Wow, I didn't think that the people who made a lot of things. She didn't like it. She said, wow, if I wanted to invite someone, I wouldn't do it anymore, just like you, and just like in the Facebook. And just, wow, she thought that it was a coffee, and they're so that it wasn't. And if this was how people react to like 50% of the population, how would they react to people of different religions, or sexuality, or different sexuality, or different religion? Where would you like, you know, going the other culture, it doesn't, it gives up, makes the hobby look different. And that's another factor that tells me, like, no, don't go here. So those are the things, yeah.
One of the challenges that I, well, Yes, that actually became an issue. My dad didn't know these people, didn't know Jello. Who's Jello? Who's Mark? Who's Kenny? Who's Timothy? Why are you coming? Are you the only girl? Those questions. Of course, he's my dad and my mom are concerned. I might be, orgy or something. I'm like, Mom, no, we're just gaming. What's gaming? How are you gonna play? Why are you playing for 6 hours? Why did you take 6 hours? So I'm like, no, Mom, I'll be with Giselle. I'll be with Giselle. I'll be with my friend. I will go home with her. And she was like, okay, text me. She's there. And sometimes I will call just to check if she's there. if you really have a girl in you. Yeah, so yeah, it has that constant threat. And sometimes, for example, if you play at your GM's house and the game like ends really late, of course, for guys, it's okay. Like, they can go home anytime they want. But for girls, you have to stay until morning, like girls do. And sometimes, if my dad really wants me home, I will brave the night just so I can get home because that's his thing. Like, you have a house. Why would you want to stay over someone else's room? He's like that. So, yeah, that's one of the challenges I had growing up. But now when I tell my dad, hey dad, I'm going to go this way, so I'm gonna do gaming. Bye. Like, he got over it. I'm already since I've been gaming since 2005, almost 10 years. I'm still young. So yeah, he got into it in time since he told me, at least you're not doing drugs. So yeah.
That's so surprisingly classic Filipino thing.
Yeah, so the second concern was I have another group. They're not gamers. They're writers. One of my hot writer girlfriends, and she's hot really. She's interested in how do you do that? So it's like crafting a story. I want to play sometimes like that. I'm like, oh, let's play. I invited her, but the guys come in and say, wait, isn't that like so do you have robes and you have lightsabers and you battle with each other? And I'm like, no, we don't. So you have mountain too and yeah, we do that. Yes, we do, but we're not in basement and they own the place, okay? Not we're not. So it's like that. It's more of you're doing D&D. You're a girl. Why? Oh God. Yeah, like, why? Why? Like you're hot, you're independent. Why are you paying? Yeah, something like that. So it's more about I do my makeup. I'm doing my makeup and I'm putting on my clothes, like the shoes. Where are you going? I'm gonna go dating. I'm gonna go next parties. Yeah, it's the breaking in stereotypes is kind of uncomfortable for some people. And yeah, it's more of they judge you like why are you depressed? Are you don't have many girlfriends or something like that? Yeah, I'm like no, I'm happy. Why? At least I'm not doing drugs. Yeah, so and the third challenge is being treated like fragile glass. Oh yeah. Like guys usually underestimate girls. Girl gamers. We're really underestimated. Oh, so you're making a cleric. I'm like, no, I'm making a fighter. No, I'm making a fighter. And my fighter's better than you. And that's why I like making monster characters. Because I like breaking stereotypes. Like, new guys see me, I have makeup on. They're like, oh, she's gonna be a healer, a supporter, or archer, long range. She's not gonna be inspired. And when battle comes, I'm in the fight. I'm in the middle. I'm taking out 3 people. How many are you taking out? 1. So it's like that. It's fun to break that, but yeah, it's it's kind of missing that. Yeah, go make me a sandwich. You're better off in the kitchen. And then after battle, you go make me a sandwich. That actually happened. And the guy just laughed. I'm like, yeah, I'll go home. Yeah, so
She has a total time. You know the game.
That is true. That's another thing. That's a problem. Because there's girls. Wait, you're going to play cleric. Wait, who said that you're going to take what I'm going to
Yeah.
And then we go, Grace, look, you're a girl, you want to play Claire. Why?
Why? And sometimes they say, oh, are you doing this?
Oh, yeah. The back,
Like the overbearing, backseat character sort of player. Backseat min-master.
They agree. This must be real.
This is real.
Very
real. One of
Very
the,
real.
we did this in college. I kind of forget. There's sometimes there was a lot of people. There were a lot of people operating games around that time, and there was this one guy that said, display this character because you're a girl.
Oh.
You?
Yeah.
I wish, but enough self-charges.
Did you hit him in game? Did you hit him in game? That always works.
I think we have to come up with
We
a
should make that a shirt. It's in the game. Not always work.
I did
What's
something
from the
better,
fire?
I think.
What did you do? What did you do?
He was back
Okay.
and I was playing a game. Kind of like Games on Fire. Which tells you everything. I have two favorite spells, Greek and what's the one?
Things here.
The ones that you have unlimited spells, you just practice only. Yeah, Rusty, that's one. So you can make spark. Yeah, it's spark and Greek. So it's mosaic, and I use it for opening creepy doors. I use it, I'm being taken to the corridor, Greek. I'm being taken to Rusty. So what we did was because of him, trying to dominate the character. We ran off. I said, okay, oh look, you're out. Come in. Do that. Great. Yeah, nice. Someone, you're fired.
That will make me a
A post-it one.
I think after that, that never happened yet.
Then the alliance right here.
I should be more careful.
Okay, I have a great
Yeah,
story
so-
for the guys who don't know.
Yeah.
Also short introduction, Shadowrun PvP player is 91.
Ignore
But
this.
anyway, one thing that I've done is I've got my wife to play, I've got friends to play, so they have girl groups. One thing is we did this a couple years ago, and some of them our group went with this way, and some of them tried playing in other sessions of games, some of them went abroad to the US, tried playing there. And the problem is they keep going back. They say that they will not play unless it's with our group, which is Malta, or they won't play in groups. Okay, now so this is something that I would like to talk about because I think we have lots of new players here, lots of events, but I'd like to talk about what you mentioned it earlier about casual misogyny. But the way I see it, yeah, it's casual, but the way I see it is it's more of awkward misogyny. It's like people who don't really get the social cues about how you're supposed to date with girls or interact with girls. And it should be basic, right? It should be, but for some people it isn't. So what I want to ask about you guys specifically is what for you counts as misogyny when you're playing, and what makes a toxic environment for you in a case when you're asking.
Okay, well, for me, like what I mentioned earlier, it's the underestimation part. Like, just because I'm a girl, I am trapped in a certain class or classes. Like you don't think that I can take being a fighter or a tank or a rogue, like that. So that's not, you're not really saying anything offensive, but there's that preconception that's really not offensive, more annoying. More annoying. It's more of since I've had a lot of experience dealing with awkward guys, so I know that they mean
was on the record.
I survived.
Oh,
I survived a circle of death in the church. The only thing that would have saved was a natural 20, and I did it. I was a halfling bard. Okay, I did it. I survived. However, party was killed. And I'm the only girl left standing. Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. Another memorable thing. But anyway. but anyway. So yeah, it's more of they make me a sandwich. They make me a sandwich comment. Yeah, it's been good fun, it's been good jokes. But if you experience lots of times, it's kind of on your nerves. Like the internet's there already to ask us to make them sandwiches. Like, we don't need it in real life. But of course, I will tolerate it if we're friends for a long time and you know that it will piss me off and you're intentionally pissing me off, then you tell me to make sandwiches. Okay, fine. But if you're just we don't know each other that well and you have pretty preconceptions and you don't really expect much of me, that's when I get spicy. Spicy. Yeah, spicy. Okay. On my end, it takes a lot to get on your nerves. To give an idea, I did mention earlier I was affected. Me, at one point in my studies, I was in the same room with an axe murderer who murdered his parents in a study, and he escaped that way. So, I actually, I'm a little more used to that kind of behavior. It didn't help it level up, help hone them to a fine edge, hours and hours of players swearing at you and calling you derogatory terms all day, all night. It is, after a while you can develop a anyway. But when you're into a hobby where you don't want to do that, it can get on your nerves. So, usually being passionate about it, when it's verbal, I can tolerate it enough.
What specific thing?
Pussy, not such a pussy. Like, what? Like, something like that.
or something like you do that, they're a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't see. Oh, some of them actually try to be nice about it. White nice. White nice.
Like condescending.
Oh, let me help everything for you. Oh, you need this character. Wait, let me take that.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's so cute. Let me erase this and change this for you. That's it. Those kind of things, they slowly get on your nerves. The other thing that also irritated me, and was the fact that a second part of people are doing this to be nice to you. Some of the guys do this because they want to hate you, and if you're not really looking, this could be like another mind trap for you that is nice because you're trying to get money. And there's a point, I'm just come here to this. I came here to this. And that can be toxic for some girls. It's uncomfortable. It's like, okay, you be nice, have some strings attached there, because you don't want to feel like you owe this guy for helping you out. Because you want to. Not I'm saying that, romance can't blossom in the hobby. You can very well see that. I am married to my GM. I'm just saying that, don't be pushy about it. It's great, to feel around, but don't do it to make it into a girl. If she wears skirt, it's like, when you get those two, you're like, oh my god, this is good.
No rules, quiet.
Don't be big fan serious.
Yeah, like when you walk into neutral ground.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
god,
They all know
that's
it's cricket.
fair. Yeah.
Let me just share. It ruins our group in some friendships. So one guy was a girl, was the game, I was the DM, and then two of my players were getting one per, and that's it. Helping over.
You've done more damage than the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
This guy that hit on me, I already have a point for the whole.
I have a question. It's more on, I'd love to be able to have everyone hear the answer. Because I've had situations where I've had some players, in one blah 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 blah. And I'm like, wait, some of the players are affected. It sounds, a bit too much. I mean, yes, I know you're trying to make it sound like it's dark ages, but don't really have to talk about women that way. So I'd like you guys to be able to share how you feel about those kinds of situations.
For us, that has to be something that we make the right decision. It has to be something that everyone agrees on. So, the setting is going to be like this. And then, are you okay with that? If there's a talk that has to go with it's okay, yeah, go with it, run with it, it's okay. But if there's no talk about it, don't assume it. Don't. Because, some people are actually the game from Private Eye Girl. So, I've actually seen that happen, and that's what I'm pretty sure. So, it actually ruined friendships, and I don't want to talk about that because I know some of my recognize the names from that one. So, as long as there's an agreement, then, but if there's none, that's foul. That's a big foul.
Yeah, as long as lines are drawn, it's fine. Because personally, I can separate between the role play and the real life. So if you call me a bitch or went in a whole role play, I won't take it against you since you're role playing me. I'll call you probably a bastard. in game, but outside game, hey, you're like that.
In some ways, I have to admit there's some level of resonance, but like, Rock and I obviously are not straight. And there have been times during games where, you'll have some player thinking it's just fine to go, and then kasi bading yan eh. And of course, there's a parang, talk to you later. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes when you bring it up, people are like, why are you taking it so? It's just an expression. And I'm like, yeah, you're using me as an expression. Can I start using your name like a buzzword? Right? It's something that people don't realize because they're so used to just saying it. That they don't realize that for some people, it's not a welcome thing to hear. And yeah, maybe we're being sensitive, but I think we have a right to be sensitive about it because it does feel like a personal assault in terms of I don't even know you and you're saying what I am is something that's bad. So I just want to bring that up.
Next one is
It's really so cold now.
I'm
like thinking we're all shaking. Wala kayong galit, but it's really cold. Lower the load.
They can cut back.
They now have an aspect. Hardware that
Come back.
Okay, next one. Is there anything that you wish this game design knew more of or paid more attention to?
Okay. I wish something that hear this about like how do I get it's like treating girls like we have a cookie cutter set of likes and dislikes. Some girls would like horror, drama, and some girls would get as comfortable with the panic and the things about it. You don't need to actually make your own personalized game for it's basically Lego. You don't need to make the piece Lego. Yeah, it's true.
Make a good game.
It's a good game. I mean, the only thing probably ask is try get a little better representation and then like the game whether you're playing. It would be nice to see women not relegated to being just wenches in a bar. Or prison that needs saving. Who knows? This princess needs saving because she's locked in power for being an actual witch. Who just murdered someone, or destroyed the town about that. So it would be interesting to actually see women not just
it has to
Bikini
go.
armor. Bikini armor.
Oh my god.
Oh, that.
Girls can have full plate armor, okay? We want to be covered from head to toe because it gives us plus to our armor. Okay? Because I'm wearing bikini armor, so it's carrying somewhere now.
Oh my god.
Bikini armor.
Bikini armor might be protect you from all.
Yeah, that's cool.
I felt an impressive memory. Oh god. Okay. Thank you reminding me. Okay, a few years back, maybe a decade ago, during a training session, this guy torture. And I remember my tolerance was up, right? So he threw my character and he started to say the undress and anyway, isn't it thing you put on vegan art on your content? It was a little creepy, mind you. Like, okay, smile and grin, you're far from home, and you need a ride to get back to Makati.
Yes, one of the challenges of being a girl gamer, you need a ride home.
Get in there, you can go in a few hours, or the creepiness will go away. Just because I'm wearing a magazine, I appreciate the clothes armor, yeah, but these keep the number of tabs and central. Why is she freaking out this stuff? Why are you showing this to me? My god! So, yeah, this kind of thing.
Yeah, sexy armor is okay for playing fun. But if we're playing like practical D&D, Tombo horrors level game,
I guess it doesn't have to always be.
yes, it doesn't have to always.
It's fine, it's like that sometimes, but sometimes it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun to be like
But
fun.
it's every single artwork. It has to be
Umbrella.
Yes.
Whoa,
So,
Well, sort of answered, pero this is Conan. But even Conan is half naked. So cheesecake art ng Conan, or in games where the setting really is like that, because some girls still take offense to it. I mean, what do you think of that?
well, ako naman, it's the setting goes for it. Kasi it's part of, it's thematic. Like Conan has those like selfish models. It's fine.
We can make them independently, fine.
It's fine, like Terry Crews level. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna get 20 pesos. I'll put it in Conan.
Ladies and gentlemen, my wife.
Make me a sandwich.
Now make me a sandwich. Oh, my God, muscle.
So how many sandwiches do you know how to make?
Ilang sandwich makers?
Masagot kita.
Tama.
Wait. We males get offended.
Make me a sandwich.
About time.
And for the record, Conan was never running around.
Yeah.
He was actually art. He was always grab armor. It was the first thing he did. Seriously,
In the actual
helmet. He's always be written as Gladys.
I have a question. So, he mentioned that when there is another girl that you don't know, so what's the best way to avoid that? Is it like selling? For example, I find this girl. Selling something.
They haven't played it.
They
Don't you have a hangout before a game night?
Or is it what's the
Or just
problem?
house rules meeting?
Thankfully, I think he's only in this is already done.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes that happens, usually when you're so used to like, having all the voices. It's a nice feeling, it's a privilege to have. And sometimes in the past it's for children, they can do other things, to upgrade also.
Pero pag sabay sila, kahit easier.
Yeah, I never had that problem. I've been living with Toby for a while and I always
Hey, we're not queens.
You be?
Love you, Jeff. Just trying our dreams. Wait, a serious related question though. When the queen bee
the GM go, you two, inside, let's talk.
You're starting to go wait.
Can the GM do that? Or is that too personal?
If it feels that it's directed to something, it's affecting the game, well, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. It's basically a player problem.
And both we take it offensively naman, just brought up. Na parang, what's going on? Are you two having this wing these days? Let's not call it thing, but it is private.
Oh,
Right? And then like it's,
of course you'll be offended.
Exactly.
You have to too.
so how do you bring it up when you realize it's happening? And maybe they don't, or
How do
maybe
you get it
they
going?
Parang, but it's so weird. But when the GM is trapped, seeing it's starting to happen, what can you do right now? I guess that's the best way to answer it.
It's more of kunyari, kaya ako sabi niya over coffee. It doesn't have to be something hey, hey, little it's more of you can invite them for coffee and ask, hey, I noticed that there's a tension going on between you. I need to go get around.
And then both go, no.
No.
And then you're like,
So if they go no, you then say, okay, that's great. They say it's really important for me, for everybody to get along and have fun. I hope you just have fun at the table. That's when you say na, hey, I'm not stupid. Get your shit together. Yeah, they will take the hit naman.
But it has to be a little more
it has to be subtle.
political.
But the problem is sometimes the game is the last to notice it.
Yeah. I would agree. I don't think I've seen it happen yet, but maybe it has. And there's no tip.
There's no test, diba? So therein lies the problem because I think correct me if I'm wrong, but like with the mentality, the other one will actually like feel it that parang nag-threaten between him and girl.
Well, it's very different for every girl or for every situation. Because there are people who like, they're south or southeast.
If it falls security,
Yeah.
You're with me. You're my friend, you're with me.
Yes, sir. Dominance.
That's how you do it. And I
They
just
must
think
try.
it's just
I think it's something that happens whether you're a girl or not.
Yeah, treat it like a
Treat it like a player.
group dynamic. I just actually started to think, man, it happens also with guys.
It's an alpha
It
thing.
starts having this, you have an alpha, and then the other is like, yeah, we follow what he's doing. Okay, now I have a better.
Yeah.
I want to say a name, but no.
But if you always
There's a sense of names, maybe.
Yeah.
if you always feel that the situation is difficult and hard to find a solution for, usually I always say that you know what, a no game is still better than a bad.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because
You're right. You're saying that.
yeah, it's still better that you just know what it's not working out.
Yeah.
And then you're
Break up.
You guys have it's not worth the stress.
it's not worth it. It's not. It's just you have to remember this is a hobby, not a lifestyle. You think that you would like that. It's not your everything.
You're not safe.
You're not obligated to continue.
Yeah. So question okay, so obviously, you encounter where you have guys role playing as women. And sometimes they do it really bad. So what are your thoughts on that, or how do you manage that in group or in game, or I don't know. But I mean, I'll give a blinded example. We had a guy who tried playing a girl for the first time, and he's like, okay, so I'm talking to her, I perked my boobs. I'm like, everybody was reading. You what? I perked my boobs up, and I was like, he's seduced. And I was like, I don't think that's even physically possible. And then no, I perked my boobs, and then all of a sudden I put out the love. From nowhere. Okay, wait. What type of game are we playing? we in our context, we made him promise to never play a woman. And mind you, this was even if his wife was laughing. And she was just laughing, but I was like, dude, I just think it's safe for you to play a woman. I mean, in other groups, you might get into trouble. So what are your thoughts?
I think it depends on your group concept. Yeah. So, if you're pretty okay, you can ride the bike. Okay, I've seen others go to the upper limit of that. Yeah. Doesn't agree with that. So, I can just go with it. But sometimes, we'll be some guys who will also guys away so how to
Yeah. That's more work.
it's difficult to game, but I probably wouldn't recommend it if you're in a group that's only getting to know each other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't push this to a group that, hi, I want to join this game and I knew crap, who am I dealing with? Because that doesn't, give a good impression of the hobby or the people you hang out with. And people who play it.
And yeah, if friends try and establish that, I think the safe number to do, even if they do play that, because you have to remember that girls playing guys or guys playing girls, they're, they're patterning it after a stereotype, because they don't really know. It's larger than life. So if you want to play a girl, you will pattern it after a stereotype. What you see is weird. You will have a pwede yun yung basis niya, diba? So, for me, I wouldn't
you now have a mental image you don't
So,
Yes, I can still imagine him after witnessing stereotypes. Oops, I did it again. we get that in the book. And we were playing Monster Heart. It's dangerous.
So yeah, pero ako, I would probably laugh it off kasi, let's face it, kasi ako, I play guys and I play as guy a lot of times and I fall into that trap that, yun nga, parang, he punch you, no woman over shoulder, no things.
You don't even proper
Barbarian din. It's a stereotype.
Ang hindi ko dark,
Yung budget na nanapakit.
Speaking haiku.
What haiku?
$5.75.
Since it's kind of like that. See, I didn't stereotype right there. You all parang ganun. So it's more of that's a basic, it's a comfort level. When you create a story, you base things on a stereotype talaga. Then that's when you get it. Yeah, pero you don't assume that everyone's good. If someone's like, I don't know, sige, wag muna. Pero if you're like, you've been playing for years and for a long time, fine.
So, last question. There's one piece of advice. For 10 p.m. at the run for the gamers, is there any special advice or things keep in mind? I think that's universal. Why come up on the bike range?
I fear your dreams if that only applies for women.
Okay, I think my best advice is don't think of your female gamers as specifically. No, don't really think
For a special class.
treat them like people. That's my biggest thing. I'm trying to tell it. There's going to be conflict. You don't naturally have all the solutions to all types of conflict. That takes practice. A lot of trial and error. A lot of trust. So, but the thing is, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. All we ask is, don't treat us like we're separate. When you say gamer, it doesn't have to be female gamer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gamer.
Yeah, gamer. Don't go around.
Yeah, it's
I guess a lot of guys automatically attach that.
I think it's because also the comfort level. Most guys will have played for other guys, so they have this men's locker room type thing, comfort level.
Yeah.
Men's locker
And the
room.
female gamer is really, rare thing. But it's
We came here to game, not deal with creepy, awkward situations. Don't be creepy. We did not came to a mixed party with any prospect of dating. We came here to have fun, to stress, to game, to probably forget that creepy guy at the office. And we're gonna deal with the creepy guy here in the living room. Diba? Parang it all stems from there eh. Kasi that's where the glass, the fragile glass thing comes from. That's where the female, parang bipolar, between male and female feelings come from. Kasi they don't understand that. Parang we just people just get to know us, parang like normal people, like how would you get to know a guy, diba? Or it's the same, like, oh, what are your hobbies? What do you do?
That's question of time. So, with that being said, how would you like, well, phrasing an invite? What's not to say and what's more appropriate? Invite for this. A girl.
A girl?
Yes.
How would you normally make invitations to people that you don't really know? You're inviting new people. I mean, would I put there, come in, have some fun with bunches of beer? What? Who's gonna come here? There's no need to.
Yeah, there's, like, for example, it can be as simple as, hey, we're having a game, chips and drinks on me, 1 o'clock. Yay, free food!
That's like food is in the room.
We have a game and a potluck or bring your own.
Oh, well, that's normal.
Yeah, there's going to, look, if you have like a perfect, you have to have someone cater the perfect invitation to girls. It's human advice. Because, if they need that kind of invitation, you might not want one of this age or play the period.
Cowboy girl.
Okay, awesome.
Hey, thank you very much for.
Nice meeting you.